something, and I want to discuss a very important topic today. The topic is that many of us know that in the Chinese medicine, internal organs they have covered, which is the Chinese medicine is about lunar diamond. There are two types of diamond system in our body. One is solar diamond and the other is lunar diamond. Chinese medicine deals only with lunar diamond. In the lunar diamond, they have shown that gallbladder and liver control wind. Heart and small intestine are controlled by heat. Brain and spinal cord, also called as triple warmer, are controlled by hotness. Stomach and humidity, stomach and spleen are controlled by humidity, lung and large intestine dryness, kidney and urinary bladder. Controlled by coldness. These are the meridians they are talking about. These are lunar diamond meridians. So, but if we see carefully, this is the Chinese medicine, classical Chinese medicine, this is what they say, right? But there's one more thing to this. If we look at the cycle, if we look if we look at the cycle of the Chinese medicine starts from the lungs in the morning. And then it goes to stomach, spleen, and then it goes to heart, small intestine, and then it goes to kidney and bladder, and then it goes to pericardium and triple warmer, and then it goes to gallbladder and liver. And ideally, what happens actually is the cycle always should start not from the dryness. Any cycle should start from wind energy. So there's a controversy here that how can the cycle start from the freshness in the morning should be wind, and how it is starting from dryness. So if we carefully look at this controversy, then we have two types of circulations in Sujok, actually, that I want to discuss today type 1 and type 2 circulations. How many people are aware about the energy should start from here, and it is dryness energy. How can a cycle start from here? So let's discuss this. I will give you something today to explain type 1 and type 2 circulation. What is that? This is the human body. First of all, the human body, the most important structure which is first formed, but first forms the human body is the diamond system. There is energy flowing across this diamond in the human body. So this diamond network gives a strong strength to the body, very strong strength, because of which we have a framework of bones that whenever we stand still. Although there is a lot of forces on us, atmospheric pressure is there, gravity is there, so much things are there, but still when we stand still. And so much of hitting or sometimes fight is there, but still our body survives that pressures and attacks. So this is the diamond, because the strongest structure in the world is diamond. And how to know that we have a diamond structure is, if you carefully look at the human body, then you will come to know that actual shape of the human body is like this. And these are the limbs. And it appears that we have a diamond structure. Because if you look carefully, then we have a structure like this. So there's energy flowing here in the diamond. Then God has created the framework around these lines. There's also energy flowing along these lines. There is also, this is the bodies like Almira, and it has got stuff inside, like it is divided now, that like this is the neck, this is the chest, this is the abdomen, this is the mouth, this is upper part, this is lower part, this is upper chest, this is lower chest, like that. So we are divided. So also energy is flowing from here also. Then energy is flowing here also. It is around the Almira. This is the framework of Almira. You can call it as Almira. Like when you go to a house and when you want to buy a new Almira, you will go there and this Almira will have things like this. So this is the zone system of the human body. Zone system, like Almira. Okay, now after first God created the diamond system, then God created Almira system of zones, and there is energy flowing everywhere. Then God decided to put the things, like if you buy Almira, what you will do, you will buy some showpiece, beautiful things to be put into the Almira, like some beautiful toy, some beautiful painting, some showpiece, some glasses, like that. Now God decided to put some organs into this Almira.
Now, to stabilize the Almira, God first put central chakra wheels in the body. Chakra wheels to stabilize the Almira, to give the stability. So these chakra wheels are the internal chakras which are there in the body, and energy is also flowing in them. These chakras are the most important and the most basic structure which gives stability to the human body. So these chakras also energy is flowing, and we are already using these chakras in our sujok.
There are some vital organs in the body like heart. Okay, then there is some important organs like stomach, spleen, like that. Many organs God want to put in this Almira, but these are also live organs. Because these are live organs, so they should also get energy supply of electricity, of energy. So before putting this, God planned some wires to be put so that these organs get supply of energy. So God decided to put the wires for supply. After supplying the wires, God decided that let's put the organs, and how he put there is like this. In the embryo, when the child is not made fully, first heart was put here, and small intestine was put here. Okay, first of all, first organ which will be put will be the wind organ. And you know which is the wind organ? Wind organ, which God decided at that time. If you see carefully, there are two organs which are full of wind. हवा किसमें होती है? Wind is there only in two organs. Physical wind, that is large intestine and lungs. Air is only present in large intestine and the lungs. So which is yang? Large intestine is yang because hollow, and lung is solid. So yang, if yang, what is yang here? Upper part is yang, lower part is yin. So if you put yang into yang, the polarity will increase. There will be too much of yang. And if you put lungs here, there will be too much of yin here. So polarity, too much of polarity, it is not good. This is heterohomo. You want neutro. So to make neutro, what you do? God put yang into yin. Like large intestine was put here, and lungs are put here. After that, heat. Small intestine is yang heat. So it is yang, so God decided to put it here. And heart was put here. After that, stomach is yang, humidity, so it was put here. And spleen here. Then God decided to put brain and spinal cord. Spine was yang, so it was placed down. And brain was put up. So this is yang, this is yin. Now, urinary bladder and the kidney. Urinary bladder and the kidney were plotted here. Urinary bladder is yang, so plotted down. And kidney as yin was plotted here. Now what happened? So God took lungs as wind first, and large intestine as wind first. So wind is hetero, so placed both at two places, up and down, yang wind down and yin wind down. This is the phenomena of neutral. Yang, wind is yang. So after that, heat is yang. So two places, yang heat put here and yin heat put here. Two places. Then hotness also, you see if you see the difference, wind, if you see wind, wind is weak hetero. So it is nearby. You see lungs, this is the large intestine, this is the lungs. They are this much near. Heat, strong, hetero. So heat is little far off, like from here to up till here. Hotness, very strong. So placed, one thing is placed up and one thing is placed up till down here. So this much of difference. But after that, humidity comes, humidity homo, contraction. So both stomach and spleen are kept below. God took kidney as dryness, kidney and urinary bladder. So both were kept together because homo. And most important was which is the largest, which is the most contracted organ in the body, contracted organ in the body, in which both the two parts are joined together to each other, is liver. Liver is maximum coldness, because if you see the structure of the liver, it has got two parts, right side and the left side, and it is cold. God took it as coldness because liver has to liver removes maximum waste from the body. Kidney release some waste. Kidney and UB release some waste in the form of urine and feces. But liver, whatever wrong comes from the food is detoxified by the liver. So number one organ which removes the excretion from the body is liver. So God took liver and gallbladder. Down. Gallbladder also is placed here. Gallbladder is also contracted because it is coldness. Gallbladder and liver both are joined together. So coldness. So what happens? These organs were placed and their meridians of lungs. Lung meridian is up, wind meridian, lung is up, large intestine meridian also up. Then heat meridian of heart also coming from here and supplying them energy. Then hotness meridian also coming from up and supplying the energy. Humidity meridian coming from down and supplying the energy here to stomach and small intestine. Then dryness meridian of kidney and urinary bladder also coming from down and supplying the energy. And then coldness meridian of gallbladder and liver also coming from down and supplying the energy. So this was the scenario before the body is fully formed, just developed, just in the embryo. When just the start of the energy level is there, this is the plan of the God, how the organs will be placed inside the body. But what happened? So for this plan, God has given these functional wires to supply energy. So God is plotting these wires to supply energy. So these wires are getting plotted. But after plotting these wires, when God decided that let's place the organs, so he realized that if I am going to place liver here, liver is very strong homo, so much homo that gallbladder is also attached. So God immediately came to know that this polarity of homo may not exist, because in this universe neither hetero nor homo can exist. Only cannot exist. Only neutral, that is neutral charge, little positive, little negative can exist. So this much of polarity of liver, it is impossible to survive if it is placed here. So God decided, let's change its position, and he transformed this organ to the place of wind energy. And this meridian, which was straight now, these meridians were very straight actually. This blue meridian, which was supplying, it was straight, and because of this change of position, it became zigzag. You know, all the meridians are zigzag because originally this meridian was supplying the energy here, but now because of some manipulation, this meridian wires are now stretched, and now they became like zigzag wires. Lever was transformed to wind energy, and because of this, the large intestine and the lung became dryness. Kidney came little down with urinary bladder to become coldness. And like that, changes happen. So after that, this is now what happens uh, after the organs were placed by God in the body. Because of neutralization process. The energy of organs changed structurally, that originally or functionally lung and Li were wind, but structurally the wait one second structurally the liver and gallbladder became wind. Heat remained same, heart SI, heart SI. Spine and brain remained same, But humidity also, stomach and spleen remained same. Dryness was kidney and UB, and dryness became lungs and LI. Coldness was GB and liver, and kidney and UB became coldness. So what happens actually? Now the question arises is that why the hell only 3 energies changed? If you see carefully, heat, hotness were kept neutral. Why? Because heat organ, if you see carefully, heat is neutral. You see, this is yang, this is yin, far off, neutralization. Then means yang is placed in yin, yang in yin, and yin in yang. So neutralization. After that, if you see, this energy also, you see here, yin in yang, and spine is up to here, is yang in yin, plus they are also together. So this is also plus plus minus minus, so neutral. Now stomach is here, spleen is here, plus and minus together. If you see carefully, this area is little yang and little yin, something, and stomach is placed here as like this. And spleen is placed here, up also and down also. If you see carefully, spleen is actually here, like this. So stomach is placed both up and down. Spleen also up and down. This was the yang area, this is the yin area. So they are neutral. But problem is mainly with dryness and coldness. So problem was here, and these three were neutral. So these two energies were near to wind. So all the exchange of energies happened with wind energy. That coldness became wind, wind became coldness, and dryness, which is this one. Like coldness became wind. 1 second, sorry. This is GB and liver earlier. This is LI and lung, and this is kidney and UB. So what happened actually? A shift happened, a circle revolved. This came here, this came here, this came here, and this came here. So see, this is one rotation which has happened. Rotation. Wow. So I think now it is very clear that if you have any issues, any problem which is not seen in the CT scan or MRI or by the eyes, then this circulation will exist. And if something is seen in the MRI, like some growth, some ulcer, some tumor, then this will exist, which is after the making of the organs. So if somehow if, like for example, weak eyesight, weak eyes, weak vision, so there is no problem which can be seen by naked eye or MRI or CT scan, then this will exist. Suppose there is a tumor in the eye, then this will exist. If some growth or something is seen by the eyes or by CT scan or MRI, structural classification will exist, where wind is liver and the GB, heat is heart and the small intestine, hotness is spine in the brain, stomach and spleen become humidity, lung and LI become dryness, and kidney and UB becomes coldness. And if something is not seen at all, then lung and LI will be wind, heart and SI will be heat, spine and brain will be hotness, stomach and spleen will be humidity, kidney and UB will be dryness, and GB and liver will be coldness. This is functional classification. So this is the explanation of type 1, which is structural or used in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, or functional classification, given type 2. This is type 2 functional classification given by Professor Park. And in his later days, Professor Park gave more value to functional circulation. This is functional circulation. Type 1 circulation. So this is the explanation. And I think now we will return back